In terms of creating a culturally safe space, from a Samoan lens, there is a term called Te Leva, which means it pretty much translates to creating a space that is nurturing of relationships, whilst also remembering that there are sacred relationships here that, perhaps you can't cross boundaries on. And so what we would do through the Great Talanoa was we would use frameworks that were familiar to our community in terms of creating a safe space. So, for example, we opened it up in prayer. That's very typical of our spiritual practices. So we opened up through prayer. We had praise and worship, so music, using our cultural hymns to be able to, these are very familiar frameworks for us. And so I would really encourage other cultural groups, whatever your familiar protocols are when you gather, whether it's spiritual, whether it's a dance routine, or I'm sure there are lots of different groups that have certain ways of being when they're together. Use those to be able to create the space. And that's what we did. We had prayer, we had worship, there were different activities that we would do just to kind of break the ice and have some fun, fill the place with laughter, with activities, and then from that place we then opened it up for Great Talanoa. So it's like a dance. When you're going into a dance routine, you don't go straight into the big crescendo. You start with the bow, the curtsy, then you might do so there's different chapters to be able to create that space. And it's really important that to have robust conversations that are courageously addressing topics that we would never talk about. It's all the lead-in of using those cultural practices and frameworks. On one of our Sundays, I even just started with turn to the person behind you and tell them what village your parents are from. Immediately people were laughing because it was kind of like banter between this village and that village. It's kind of like the state of origin, Queensland versus New South Wales. So finding fun ways to create laughter was a wonderful start to build that safe space.